YouTube. Hello, welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy your stay, and let's just get on with my first review. So Onward is Pixar's first original movie since Coco, and it feels so amazing to say Pixar made an original movie after 2.5 years. It's about two elf brothers who resurrect their father from the dead, and they end up resurrecting only half of him. They go on a magical quest to resurrect the rest of him before time runs out. I know I'm not the first person to say this, but Pixar's animation is amazing. The backgrounds are so beautiful to look at, and the textures and details look so realistic. You can see Ian and Barley with cuts and scrapes. The world building is done really well too. It's in a modern fantasy world where magic has kind of lost its meaning and technology has overshadowed it. In the opening scene, they explain how that works, and it was executed very well. Okay, so characters. I thought all of them were pretty likable. My favorite would probably have to be the Manticore, voiced by Octavia Spencer, and she supplied just about all the humor in the movie. Most of her jokes hit pretty well, and honestly Ian Lightfoot's voice can be pretty distracting since I think everyone knows it's Tom Holland, and Hollywood has really been saturating that name for the past year. While I was watching the movie, I was like, yep, that's Tom Holland. I kind of expected him to be the geeky one because he's established as the shy, more introverted one, but it's actually Barley. He has his own version of D&D. He really wants to preserve the city monuments, and there's this fountain that he chained himself up to so that it doesn't get knocked down. I thought it was cool to see the character that's more rambunctious and obnoxious to be really passionate about the city's history, which I gotta give props to. Honestly, the movie wasn't really that funny. It really was the Manticore who was providing most of the laughs. Barley was being the comic relief, but he was also kind of annoying. All his jokes fell flat for me, so the dad was also pretty cool. It was really interesting to see how Pixar could make a pair of legs emote, and they did that really well. If I had to choose another person other than Octavia Spencer as my favorite performance, it would have to be Grey Delisle, Princess Azula herself. I don't think I've seen anyone give her credit. She was the leader of those pixie bikers, and she did a very good job, even though she was just a minor character. I loved her. Even though I liked the world building with technology overshadowing magic, it also kind of felt like wasted potential. So you know how the city of Zootopia was so unique to see? There were all kind of things dedicated to different animals' needs. Like there were buildings of different shapes and sizes, and there were many different ways that the animals could transport themselves. In Onward, it's kind of like the modern world, but mushrooms for houses. My best example of this is with the character Officer Bronco. The one defining trait of him is that he bumps into everything because he's a centaur and they're big. During one of the first scenes of the movie, he goes into Ian and Barley's house and he's knocking over stuff. And at one point he mentioned this cop car. I don't know what it was. It was some kind of car. I don't know cars. I was kind of hoping that later on in the movie I would see a car fit for his size. And we do see his car later in the movie, and it's just a regular car. It's not fit for him. It's not unique. They even made a joke of his rear end being stuck for a little bit before he came out of it. That's probably the most disappointing aspect for the movie for me. If I can get into the tiniest bit of spoilers, this movie's already available for streaming and it's on Disney+. If you haven't seen it yet, what are you doing? That cliche when two of the main characters get mad at each other and split off before the climax. They get back together like 5 minutes later. Did Onward really need that? I don't think it did, but it had it anyway. Ian and Barley split off, and I was just waiting for it to be over because I knew they would come back 5 minutes later. Why did they need it? Even though I praised a lot of things about Onward, like its animation and most of its world building, it's not Pixar's best. I know a lot of people are saying that, but it's kind of true. I think a reason why I'm not really praising it as much as some other people is because I didn't really connect to it. The movie's about brothers or siblings in general and their relationship. I'm a single child, so I have to say I can't relate. I would give this movie a... I didn't figure out a rating system for this. I want a unique rating system. How about the rainbow scale? Red is a movie that's just fundamentally broken. Purple is a movie that's an absolute masterpiece. Onward would probably go the green area. It is a good movie. I probably won't watch it again, but I would recommend it. Seeing how this is a fantasy movie with mythical creatures like unicorns and mermaids and dragons, emphasis on the dragon part, it makes me excited to know that this isn't going to be Disney's last animated movie about dragons. In November, we're getting Raya and the Last Dragon from Walt Disney Animation Studios. The concept art looks amazing. One of my favorite actresses is this beautifully designed dragon. I'm really excited to see this movie.
That's rough, buddy.
So yeah, that was my movie review of Pixar's latest movie, Onward. If you enjoyed this video, you can comment, like, subscribe for future movie reviews I'm planning to do, and I'm honestly quite excited to do, because I'm in quarantine and I need a hobby. I'm kind of going mad, aren't we all? Look forward to more movie reviews on this channel, and I'll see you later.